Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to go over the signs that are meant for learning the most during this lifetime. Now, there's different signs, of course, for different reasons, and we use the houses to sort of define sort of like what your life purpose or life topic is going to be. But something that's very rarely talked about is the signs that are actually meant to be here to observe and to learn by different experiences. We all are, of course, here to learn, to evolve, but there's two specific signs that are really meant to learn a lot while here in the intellectual and also in the spiritual faculty. And they're separate in that sense for each sign. So, with that being said, the first one is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the governor of the 9th house. It's imparted by Jupiter, which is its governor. Jupiter is known for its wisdom, expansion, and just being sort of its own source of energy. The sun, when it has its rays, it doesn't actually get absorbed by Jupiter. Jupiter emits the rays right back to the sun. The thing is that people that have Jupiter dominant, or at least have a sun sign within Sagittarius, are meant to be here to learn. When you look at the 9th house, it's all about just learning, how we learn best. When Sagittarius is there, it means that you're meant to be somebody who's very analytic, somebody who's meant to do a lot of research, and somebody who's meant to absorb the knowledge from this world and also create literature, create new methods of knowledge, new ways of doing things. Sagittarius is a very smart sign. You guys' main weakness is the fact that you guys run away from problems if you figure you can't fix it or just can't solve the set issue. My recommendation here would be to understand that you're meant to learn, and a lot of learning usually comes through problems, because when you have a problem, you have to come up with a solution. So experimentation is going to be a big thing for you guys, and travel is going to be huge. You guys need to travel, look at different cultures, look at different countries, look how different things are, how different people operate. When you do that and meet a variety of people, you end up becoming more just intellectually stimulated, which leads to you developing different ideologies and different belief systems within yourself. So this is very good for Sagittarius. I also argue that you're going to meet your person, that your soulmate overseas. I would recommend even going to school overseas, post-secondary. And if you do businesses, do things related to import-export, or do things that are a bit farther away from where your place of origin is. That way you can learn best, and you'll actually maximize your income as well. You'll develop different avenue streams just by exploring the world and looking at it in a sense of a conquest way. The next one that's all about learning again, which is also governed again by Jupiter, is Pisces. Pisces is the governor of the 12th house, and the 12th house has a lot to do with wisdom, your life lesson. It's the final house before nirvana, before the next dimension. Pisces has traits from all the other 11 signs, and Pisces is able to get along with the other 11 signs perfectly if they know how to control their energy. A lot of times Pisces have too much self-doubt. That's very common amongst people that are very highly intellectual. They usually have the problem of overanalysis, which leads to paralysis, which in turn leads them to just having disturbances within their life, whether that be internally or externally. Your thing here is it's not quite like Sagittarius, where it's about intellectual stimulation. You're meant to find your sense of spiritual salvation within this lifetime. And that can come a number of ways. That can come through just general life experience, like Sagittarius, through traveling. That can also come through a spiritual realization when it comes to being in solitude, looking at things like universal laws of religion, different ideologies, different literature. So it's similar to Sagittarius, but you have more of a spiritual concept with it, meaning you're meant to experience life and feel something that's esoteric, something that's not really of this world. And you guys are the only sun sign that's capable of really doing this to its full capacity. Look into things like yoga, like tantras, look at the eastern side of the world and how they operate. Look at the western side if you're already here, and look at the differences between the two. Differentiate between different cultures, different norms, different religions, different belief systems, and come up with your own conclusions. And if you see the need, make your own ideologies and put them out to the world, because we highly do need that right now in this day and age that we're in, the age of Aquarius. Use everything at your disposal to get to spiritual salvation. So if I was a sun sign Pisces, my recommendation to you this is, in order to learn the most, you have to get past distractions. If you're in the Western world, money is of utmost importance. I would say make sure that your health is good, make sure that your money's good, and make sure you have good interpersonal relationships with other people. When those three things are there, you have wealth. With wealth, you then can actually focus on spirituality. If you focus on spirituality before covering those three other facets, you're going to inevitably fail because you're going to be lacking in other areas. And those areas, believe it or not, are necessary for your spirituality anyways. When you manifest wealth, you have to use a certain degree of spiritual energy. When you have good relationships with people, it's a spiritual thing. It's intangible, but it's something that you feel through a connection. And when you have good health, you're actually putting more power to your mind. You have better circulation, your whole body's working better. In order to get things like kundalini or samadhi, you have to have a healthy operative mind and body. There needs to be cohesion there. And that comes through working out. It doesn't mean working out intensely, being some bodybuilder, but it means through good cardiovascular health, through making sure you're cleansing out your organs, to making sure you have good posture, making sure your skeletal system's at utmost, I would say, virility, but also to be more on point, more accurate. Make sure that your muscular skeletal system is in a position or in the right health to actually achieve these spiritual realizations that you're going to seek. Because without having a good body, a lot of people don't realize that you can't connect with the Akashic records, you can't connect with the spiritual realm whatsoever. So make sure your health is taken care of through nutrition, through working out. Make sure your wealth is taken care of, or I should say your riches, and make sure your interpersonal relationships are in a good place, so that overall you get what I would define as wealth. And once you have the wealth, you then can move over to why are we here, and get to the spiritual realization of things for the rest of your days. So that should conclude the video, guys. If you have any questions for me whatsoever, just please leave in the comment section for me. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me. It's over today, guys. Peace.